Okay, students, good to see you again. So today we're going to have lesson 12, indefinite pronoun review. Now, who likes things that are indefinite? Don't you want things that are definite? Sometimes it's just how life is. Things are a bit indefinite. So we've had this before. It's called review after all. And but a good time to just review it and hopefully cement it in your minds. I would just encourage when you're doing your lesson to try to do it without looking back, particularly number 10. So work on that list till it's kind of in there, and then try to do it without looking. So indefinite pronouns, we have three kinds. We have those that are always singular, those that are always plural, and finally those that can be either. So let's think about it. Now, the main thing we need to talk about has to do with subject-verb agreement. So that's the only reason this lesson is important. We know that a singular noun or subject needs to match with a singular predicate. So subjects and predicates need to match. Remember that typically a subject is made plural by adding an S. And remember that for predicates, they are just the opposite. They are made singular by having an S. So subjects are typically plural with an S. Predicates are singular when they have an S. Just the opposite. So keep that in mind. Now, how do you memorize this whole list? Well, I don't think it's as difficult as you might think. So first of all, the singular list, basically you have each, either, neither. Get those in your mind. So each, either, neither, those three are singular. And then you have all the ones, including the word one, and the bodies. So ones, all the ones and the bodies, plus each, either, neither, those are always singular. So that means if you use any of the ones or the bodies, or each, either, neither as a subject, the predicate must be singular. That means it's going to have an S on it, typically. Okay? So they'll always be singular. The predicate's going to need an S, typically, or be the plural being verbs. Don't use the object of preposition. Often there'll be a prepositional phrase. Follow these. But be careful, pay no attention to the object of preposition with those that are always singular. And the same rule applies for the next list, those that are always plural. So the always plural list, both, few, several, many. Now think about it. Both, you know there is more than one. Few, more than one. Several, more than one. Many, more than one. Those are always plural. That means, again, pay no attention to an object of preposition, prepositional phrase. But if you use both, a few, several, or many as a subject, the verb must be plural. No S or one of the plural being verbs. Okay, so the singular indefinites need to have singular verbs, plural indefinites need to be plural. Okay, so what about the singular or plural list? So you have some, any, none, all, and most. Those can be used either way. Now they just renege on you. This time, you have to pay attention to the object of preposition. So you're going to have these words that could be either some, any, none, all, and most. And there I had to look. You learn. And if the prepositional phrase that follows them, you look for the object of preposition. And if it's singular, then you need a singular verb. If it's plural, you need a plural verb. So let's find those. Down here, we're almost to the bottom, right here. Okay? So with indefinite pronouns, it can be either singular or plural. Now let's just go look at the examples. Some of this cheese is moldy. This time the word you want to look at is cheese. So some, one of those that could be either. You want to look at the prepositional phrase of this cheese Cheese, singular or plural? Well, it is singular, so I need to choose is rather than are. Most of the dollhouse patterns, most, one can be either one. Patterns, object of preposition, is plural, so I need to use the word are instead of is. Okay, then they give you this little clue. If it's a question sentence, an interrogative sentence, it's helpful usually to turn it around so you can figure out what the subject is and which verb you should have. Has everyone left already? Everyone has left already. So the subject is everyone, and it's one of the ones and bodies, isn't it? So it's singular, and so I need to use has rather than have. All right, let's just try one of these. Okay, only a few of the tomatoes is or are ripe. In several days, there will be more ready to pick. So you find the subject there, the indefinite pronoun. Yes, you found it. Few. That's right. So few. Which list is it in? Now you can peep, but hopefully you know plural. Yes, it's in the always plural list. I'm going to double check. I'm right. I'm not always. So few is in the always plural list. So we're going to need to pick a plural verb. Is or are? Are. You've got it. Okay, so you're supposed to underline the subject and then pick the correct verb. When you get down to number 10, they want you to go down the list and say singular, plural, or either. And that's the one that I just encourage you to learn the list well enough that you can do that without looking. So that's my challenge. See if you can do that without looking back. All right, then you're ready to do review, and I think you should be able to handle that. Okay, thanks. Have a good day, and enjoy language arts today.